Oh, yeah. Hi. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everyone doing? How's the week going? I think it's a good start for the week. Hi, Mr. Muiwa. How you doing, sir? Good evening, everyone. It's a new week, isn't it? How's the week going? How's your work? Hope you're keeping safe. And those of you who refuse to take the vaccine, well, it's your choice, and I hope you're staying safe, keeping social distancing. Just, I mean, I think it's good to have it, but if you don't believe in it, it's your choice. Stella baby, Stella baby. What's up? Me and you now. I that shrine, we go settle our beef. Hey, good evening everyone. Let's be nice enough to just there's love is sharing, so show some love. Let's share and invite our friends. Somebody's trying to mess my big game up. They bought me a couple of this stuff, and I've been getting biting on it the whole week. Wọ́n fẹ́ pa engine mi bọ̀ Ọlọ́run nígbà. But it's nice. Stay low. All right, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Please let's share. Let me see. Where's my phone? Yep. Right. All right. Good evening, everyone. Can you please? Hey, CM, CM Elijah, Wole Elijah, Shara. How you doing, sir? My guy, you don't make money. You that they see all your movement. You don't help me. Oh. Help me. I need help. Right. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. Yeah. Let me share from my hand. This is it's very important that I don't like I told you guys I've stopped doing long hour show now. You know what I mean? But it's very important. I feel sorry, get away. I have a leading to actually I've been pondering over this whole discussion, like I said, and I think it is imperative if I can share with us something that has been based, it's been like a year now that we blow out into limelight. I mean more than a year. It's getting into 2 years that most of you will probably have been seeing it. We've been on here since like 2012, but I mean to most of you guys, it will be like a year. But you see, in the whole of about 18 months so far, I get to have Bamidele Mary meet me at the other room. He will just appear and disappear and appear and disappear and appear and disappear. Meet me at the other room immediately after this show. You have a query to answer. I wish I can share chocolate bar with you guys, but hey, Nile withdraw. So over these 18 months, I've had influx of, your voice will be cracking. I've been having to interface with people, discuss with people intensely. I hope you guys can hear me. I want to China for this voice in crack, but get to discuss on a personal note with people about their personal issues, mostly that deals with relationships, and people having all manner of horrible stories to tell, stories of heartbreaks and regrets and betrayals and all of that. And by the grace of God, you know, God has been helping us to Olamide baby. What's up? Stepdaughter Minko. Hope she had a very wonderful birthday. The little we can do, I've get to interface with many people on a personal level to discuss, ultimately their concerns and their experiences that borders with relationship and borders with some really not relationship, some people who are still in marriage, some people who have eaten breakfast, who are out of it already, and some people who are just in the middle of nowhere trying to find the basis of their life, So many people who are just trying to pick the carcass of their life. They don't know what to do next. But you see, God has been helping us to, see how we can relate with people from the point of their understanding and from the point of their vulnerability. But from my experiences interfacing with people and, sharing people's experiences, I've listened to diverse kind of story, different type of it. And I can tell you, I over time begin to draw a niche because I see some similarities in the stories, which is different people's experience, right? But these stories have certain similarities. Please follow me. I've come to the point where I realize that, hey, people go through stuff, right? But from me, everybody talks to me on the personal and so many people, and I listen to like what is going on in the world. But you see, in the bottom line of all of the stories that I've ever listened to and I've given counsel to people, there is always one question that I always ask, which is like a baseline question for everyone. When I hear about, people talk and they get emotional and cry, and unfortunately, anybody who knows me knows that I hardly get into emotions. Hardly. Elios Tolulokwe, thank you for joining. As you're joining in, be a good Christian. Share is free. You don't pay to share. Don't be possessed. Let's invite that. This is going to be real snappy, but it's going to be loaded. Trust me. I'm just opening your thought up right now. Bamidele Abike Jare, Abike, pardon me. Let me do that stuff again. You know what I mean? I don't know what is going on, but I'm trying to do it now again. I will cancel it and redo it. I've canceled it, so I'm going to do it right now. Yes. So I just sent it. So you should get it. Check now. You should get it right now, or else something is involved. We need to call the police. Mm. Now, excuse me. So, me interfacing with so many people, I come to realize I always ask a very fundamental question. How did you guys meet? How did you guys meet? So many people deal with rejection. I have a story of a lady who did everything she could, just loving this dude. And if a husband can look in the face of the wife to say, "You are very ugly," Yewande Morgan, how are you? Welcome. A man looking into his wife straight in the eyes and tell her how ugly she is and how horrible she look, it can be devastating. Especially when you know that you are not ugly. So I always ask the question, how did you guys meet? And I listened to all my manner of weird story. Very weird stories. Some were like cool. Some were like, eh. But you see, I've come to a conclusion that it is not how you meet your spouse that determines how your marriage will be, whether it will be good or bad. There are people who met in church. In fact, I have a friend who met the husband in church. The husband is the choir master of the church. They got married in church. They had one child together, and this guy just stopped sleeping with her. He did everything possible to get this guy attention. The guy just padlocked his dick and put it in his boxers. This is a pretty looking lady. Like, she's pretty as hell. I mean, she's she's pretty, in all fairness, by all definition. She's not a spec, she don't gather, but she's pretty. She's extremely one pretty Igbo lady like that. For to have that kind of woman in the house and you just diss her. It was just too traumatizing. So many of you, your self-esteem has been murdered. You don't feel, right about yourself anymore because somebody said some mean things to you at some point or the other. Somebody you entrust your heart, your emotions, and your life to gave an opinion about you that inevitably devastates you. And since then, you just begin to feel like you are not beautiful, or you are not acceptable, or you are not in the right social class, or you should not be, or you don't deserve it. I met a lady who said she don't really think that any man will ever want her. And I said, why did you say so? She said, because she had a child. I said, well, in this world, I've seen somebody who had 4 kids and still did a white wedding, very elaborate one. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Sometimes it's even our family that say things to us that question our self-esteem. We struggle so hard to now fit in because we are looking for validation, the acceptance. I want to be sharing with us for the rest of the year what I call BeAttitude. It's a derivative of two words, beauty and attitude. Where is the class captain? Be writing noisemaker. Àti Bámidélé àti Fẹ́oge. Ẹ kọ orúkọ wọn lẹ̀. They are distracting this chat room. Kan tó dàbí wọ́dà náà post it, kan dúdú ìkan funfun. BeAttitude. Probably a word that so many of you must have not been familiar with, or maybe you have, good enough. I want to be sharing with you extensively what I call BeAttitude. It's a derivative of two English words, beauty and attitude. Beauty and attitude. Beauty and attitude. There is an old English saying that says, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That means whoever is seeing you is the one who determines whether you are beautiful or not. Well, by now, you know that that's not true. This is one of my oldest followers. But guess what? I've never known how to pronounce your name. That name alone is a compound, complex sentence. I only just know you are. Don't worry about it. Madam Akolita. Olubes, welcome. Thank you for joining. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That means as you are being seen, you perceived or take a judgment whether you are beautiful or not. Now, so many people that have to counsel and talk to about their relationship issues, their marital issues, they tell me so much. Spend minutes, hours. Sometimes I'm struggling to just end the conversation. I already heard the story and they just keep pouring about, it's therapeutic for you to just let people pour out their pain and bitterness. So I just listen and listen and listen. I just listen and listen. I just listen and just let them speak. It's part of the healing process. But listen, in my head, I'm like, when you done, get out of my phone. But you see, all of this talking, they tell me about what this person did to them, what their partner did to them, what their partner did to them. At one time, he did this, at one time, he did that. There is no one person who have ever talked to me to tell me what he did to the person. Not one person. One lady was quite a Christian enough to tell me, oh, one time I pulled out a knife and I said, I'm going to stab him. I'm like, oof. But yeah, listen, she got every damn reason to do so. And get closer with somebody who is both emotionally abusive is gross. In fact, physical abuse is better than emotional abuse. They tell me about what the other person did. The other person did. And I'm going to ask a question every time. How did you meet him? Because most time when you hear these stories, it looks like two parallel lines that should not even be joined in the first place. I'm a victim of that anyway. I'm not, so I'm not better than any of you. It's not like I'm judging you. 70% of everybody who heard my story, in my previous marriage, they're going to always just, or those who even know us later in life, they just say, how did you guys meet? You guys are nothing alike. Sometimes, as men, especially even women, sometimes we just get entangled. We date people or we marry people based on our present situations, not having a projection that life is transitional. That's why I tell people right now, marry your future. Ebziba. We have unfinished projects. Welcome, Janet. Most times, I ask a question, how did you guys feel? Because always just see that they are not always they are not even. You've not? Well, you're on your way there. Most people marry their situation. They date their condition. So when their condition changes, their spouse did not fit into the new dimension that life has taken them. Or you see people talk about their being in an abusive relationship, abusive marriage, and you just imagine, how can you be this pleasant or intelligent or, how did you meet this person? They spend time talking about what the other person did. Nobody ever told me what they did to the other person. So I thought of it over time, and I said to myself, there is something. I come to a conclusion that most people are in an abusive marriage, not because the other person is bad, but because it is a bad fit. I will take that again. Most people are in an improper marriage, an unenjoyable, toxic relationship, toxic marriage, not because their partner is a bad person necessarily, but because it is a bad fit. It's just a wrong choice in the first place. Somebody said something to me recently. I'm like, oh yeah, but why would you do that? Anybody that has ever spoken with me knows that I don't hate my ex-wife. I don't hate her. She might be petty, like every woman would be, but I don't hate her. She's done so many unspeakable things to me that are gross, but I don't hate her. And you know what? Every time I think about the whole scenario, I just knew something. 75% of the actions and precedents happen. She did those things that she did because she's freaking ignorant. I don't think she did it because she's wicked. I think she did it because she's freaking ignorant. And I mean, she's done the most. So somebody out of emotions, out of concern for me, was stop speaking with me recently. And she was like, but why would she do that? She's so wicked. Ha. And she's used a curse word, maybe something like like she cussed her out. And I have to cut in. And I was like, hold on right there. You don't need to curse her. And then he said, oh yeah, she's going to actually meet her own. Yeah, she's married now. She's going to suffer in a new. I'm like, no, I want her to have a pleasant marriage in a new marriage. And I really think, this is what I said. I said, I really think that a new marriage is going to work. I said, you know why? Because she's where she's supposed to be in the first place. I'm like, I think from what I see, the little that I know and what I'm looking from distance about who she's with now, I think she's where she freaking supposed to be in the first place. I was just a big size shoe for her. She can't fit in here. She needs to be, you know, where she's supposed to be. I think that would be a good fit for her. Yeah, she got a little bit of mediocrity that won't fly with me, and I already saw a little bit of that. So yeah, mediocre plus mediocre, that's a good fit. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I wanted to work out for her. I pray it works. I don't hate her. I honestly respect her. We've shared moments together. But I don't like her enough to worry about whether it works or not. I don't give a shit. But I wish it worked. I mean, for the sake of my children. But this is where I'm going. I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think so. She did unthinkable things, horrible things, unspeakable things. But I don't think she did it because she's bad or wicked. I think she's just a bad fit. As much as I see her as like, oh, this is such a terrible woman, I think she feels the same about me. I think she must always feel like, what kind of husband is this? God damn it. Guess what? Let me stop biting on this chocolate. Yeah, thank you. I like that translation. Ewa tiwa. We are going to dig down. I just think it's a bad fit. I just think we are two different things from two different worlds with two different backgrounds. How did we come about? If you're a good look out of this show, don't tell me how to live my life, man. I just don't feel like. So as much as I feel like, yeah, this is the worst thing I've seen in my life when it comes to women, I think she feels the same way about me. I think she must have like gazillion of horrible things to say too. But guess what? I don't know what she said, but I know for sure she's never gonna forget me. Because I was nothing but good. So it wasn't because I was bad. It wasn't because she was bad. It was just a bad fit. And I will tell you why. There was no projection into a foresight. It was just personal ambition for me. At the time where I just feel like, oh yeah, God is blessing me now and I just need to get married. I got someone, yeah, she's cool, she's beautiful. Yeah, I'll marry you. And I did. It was a personal ambition. Probably she's not mentally prepared for it. The question is, there are people who like you but don't like to marry you. I don't know if you know that. Some people like you, but they don't like you enough to marry you. You know what I mean? So, you see, to every awkward relationship, there's always what they call the blame game. This one blame this and that blame that, and this one blame this and that blame that, and this one say this, and nobody ever own up to nothing. But you ask a question, how did you guys meet in the first place? So let's go down to what I found out. And I realized that it's always about poor preferences in the first place. There is something in you that attracts the wrong spouse. And that's what we are dealing with. Instead of blaming everybody you dated, you've had 5 boyfriends that did not work, and you are still single. You have cohabited, you have done full housewife, you have moved. And how many of you have experienced this? It's almost like they always do the same thing to you. It's a repeated cycle. The same pattern that this one used to scope you and get into you and pull your pants down and then inevitably end up breaking your heart. That's the same way another one did and did the same thing. Some of you, they're always robbing you. The first one took your money, ran away. The second one took your money, ran away. Repeated circle. Different men, but the same experience. Common sense should tell you by now that it's not as if those men did meeting on how to deal with you. There is something in you that is attracting the wrong spouse. There is something on the inside of you that you got to deal with. I told us last week, who shall deliver a man from his own self? If it is Beelzebub that is after you, pastor can pray for you and deliver you. If it is pastor that is cursing you, you can cry to God and God will break curse. If it is God that is angry with you, you can pray for God's mercy. His mercy is always available. But if you are the one that is doing yourself, nobody can deliver you. Not even God. Who shall deliver a man from his own self? There is something in you that attracts the wrong people. There are ladies that in this single life they have come, they have been sexually assaulted almost every moment of their life. With friends, with family, people always just make abusive sexual advances to you. There's something in you that is stimulating such. Wèrè làwọn ọkùnrin, wèrè gidi ni wọ́n. Irọ́ ló pa ọ́. Ayé ẹ̀ ló ń attract wèrè láàrin àwọn ọkùnrin. And that is what you need to deal with first. You need to deal with, oh, men has come. No, it is you who is attracting this scum among the men. Because you see, they are good men. They are great men. They are men who treat women with respect, dignity, and value. They are men who cherish and respect and honor their spouses. As impossible as it is, there are men in this same world at this same age that don't cheat on their spouses. It's something in you that attracts the cheaters. It's something in you that attracts the jobless ones. Every time a man will fall in love with you, it's always the jobless ones. It's always the guy that every other girls on the street don't want that at least come to you. Look inward. And it comes from little things that you don't give attention to. Little things that you don't give attention to. Because you see, for us to see, people have told me, they asked me this question: how can I get a good man? Anybody who told you how to get 27 bullet points to have a life partner, they lie to you. Motivational speaker will scam you. You will buy books there. There is no format to get a good man. There is no format to get a good woman. First of all, I don't know why people ask me that question anyway. As if I'm better than them. I don't want no business in. I don't need problems. So yeah. As much as I'm looking for a good man, I'm looking for a good man too. Not this scam, I'm not sure you get. But I'll take you through the journey that I have been through, which inevitably right now, I'm just at peace. I know exactly what I want when I want. If I say it, I know how to identify it. Life have to be intentional. Intentional. There is no such thing as secrets to happy marriage. It's a scam. There is no such thing as 7 wisdom to marital bliss. Na scam. You buy that book, you are just reading another novel. Since there is no sign that tells you, because some of you met all these men, all these women, and they look so pleasant. They, the real players always, they don't look like players. They come always good. They know how to treat you. If you are a church girl, they know how to speak the church language and converse you right and go to fellowship with you and do other stuff. They know how to join the choir and join the usher at the same time. They are in 3 departments. Before they say Jesus saved, it goes lebro koto sekate la brahada libra zokutu brahade. They are speaking in tongues is heaven. Oh my God, last thing. The real players, they don't look raggedy. No, they are very smooth. You meet all these people, it's always like, oh God, heaven from the beginning. Some of you are very fortunate in attracting good people. You just lack the morals to sustain them. Some of you are very fortunate, very blessed. You have the poise, the aura to attract great people. It's always like top-notch guys that comes to you, but they don't last. You have gotten the ability to attract, but you lack the capacity to retain. You've got the ability to attract. You are looking beautiful. You have a good smile. You have good poise. Your life is well settled. You have a very good communication. So you always attract sensible people. They just don't stay with you. It is because you lack the capacity to retain. So we are going to be talking about this. Since there is no format for you to identify a good man or a good woman to be with in a relationship or in marriage, I think you will agree with me that it is then wisdom to know that the easiest way to attract a good one is to work on yourself. And let me take a little detour by talking to the women especially. I am a little bit old school when it comes to how dating should be like. I know that you guys you have messed up this world right now. You are of the philosophy that anybody can ask anybody else. But I'm a little bit old school. I'm a little bit Bible based. I still believe he who finds, he says some can be open delay. He who finds. So I feel like the finding should be the assignment of he. Can you like somebody? Yes. But do I think you should go and ask them out and say, I want to be your girlfriend? No. You can get closer and establish communication. And, be friendly. You guys can just be talking. If you ask you out, yeah, well, that means the feeling is neutral. If you did not, keep your laps together. And if you do have a belly and you go and to shippost delay, not by penalty or throwing. So business, don't just come online to start writing men has come, men has come. See, 6 out of those heartbreak stories that you hear, they don't tell you the real story. They are the one who make themselves vulnerable in the first place. I've listened to so many stories and I'm like, how did you not know that this guy will fuck your heart up? You sold yourself for buy one, get one free. Beauty and attitude. My mother used to say, ìwà lẹwà obìnrin, ìwà lẹwà. Ẹ má máa wo ọmọ tó fine, ọmọ tó dámọ dáadáa ní kó wo ọmọ tó níwà. And I used to tell her, ẹ dàgbàdà. I was young, now I'm old. I've not seen any woman that is ugly that have good character. When they are ugly on the outside, trust me, they are always ugly on the inside. I'm struggling to read. Some guys don't want responsibility, Jerry. I am fairly well. Who hurts you? Yep. Yeah. Now, so, I mean, what is beauty? You ladies especially invest so much money, time, resources. Àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ oge adesri. Àwọn oríṣiríṣi. They have the one to bath your face, the one to body lotion ọ̀tọ̀, face cream ọ̀tọ̀, morning soap ọ̀tọ̀, night soap ọ̀tọ̀, this, that, scrub. Well, all of those stuff just to look gorgeous, to look beautiful. All to just look beautiful. All to look beautiful. You invest so much in buying designer clothes and designer perfume and do your body work. You even take care of your, head office. Do all the steaming, do all that to just like try to make somebody's son put his face in that place. You got to make it go. You know what I mean? Personal hygiene. You do all of that. You take care of every part of your body and put good clothes on and good smell. You are looking beautiful. There's no doubt. There's no sensible person that looks at you that don't say, yeah, she's pretty. But do you have sense? Do you have character? How much have you invested in your character? How much have you invested in your character? Hear me and hear me good. The feedback you get from opposite sex when it comes to relationship has a percentage of what you are dishing out as a person. Your experience is a feedback of part of your attitude. Maybe not all. Some people are not lucky. Some people have done their best. I'm not saying you're not doing the right thing, but you might be ignorant to certain things. Some things that you're doing, you don't know that you are doing them. Or some things that you're doing, you don't even know that it is right. Or some of you are actually been in a relationship before and some things happen and then relationship break, you now say, no, me, I have learned now from the guy. So you now feel like this is the thing that the guy don't like. You take some lesson from your previous relationship and then you are now meeting somebody else and you're applying it to this relationship and treating this man this way, assuming that that's how men want things done. Forgetting that every man is peculiar in his own space. You invest so much. If only we can invest half of what we invest on our body in building capacity and building values. I will be a little bit as we go into, this series. Some of this edition will not go well with some of you. But I want you to forgive me. I'm not talking to anybody in particular. Because I've done some show before that people will come to my inbox and say, You are talking about me. I'm not, I don't know you. We just, based on the wide range of what I have studied, is what I'm telling you. Beauty. What is called beauty? How many men do we have in this house? I don't care how gorgeous and how sexy you look. Go and ask any sensible man. It takes beauty. Yes, you can ask questions. Let me punch this in. Mm. You can ask a question. You can just text the questions on WhatsApp to that number, or if you want to call, that's fine. You can call, you can text, or you can just post your questions. Hopefully, I see it, but I think on the safe side, just text it on WhatsApp to the number on your screen, so I won't miss it. Sometimes I don't. It's not every comment that I see that is on this conversation that I see. No, 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 no. I'm not really particular about women. I'm not. We just that my most times my choices just go more for women. I only address women more because I feel that women are more vulnerable to all of this, menace in the society. It doesn't mean men don't do it. Men do more bullshit than women anyway. Men are always the players, man. At the end of the day, a man always find an escape in a relationship. Even if he's not happy with the relationship, he always have an escape. Most times women get stuck. So just like my sister always more. I'm not speaking to nail the woman. I'm speaking in the interest of the woman. But if I'm in the interest of the woman, I gotta tell the woman the truth. You know what I mean? You gotta hear the truth. But I get what you're saying. In fact, it has come to my notice that there are some men going by Olamide. I just realized that there are some men that feel insulted when they ask a woman out and the woman say no. They feel like it's a joke. Yeah. Which of the chocolate do you want? This one or the other one? Exactly. That's where I want to start from. Few women fill their brain with dark and negative ideas, especially coming out from a miserable relationship, which can actually impact on their attitude. Now, let me expunge that a little bit. Do you know that the reason why so many people have not been able to be in a sensible relationship is because they are still dealing with the pain of their previous relationship that hurt them? One man that you date 7 years ago and did you dirty. After then, you have tried to date like 3, 4 times, and it has not been working for you. See, it has not been working not because I've not met the right guy. It has not been working. It is because you have transferred some bitterness, pain, and anger from that previous relationship into this one, and it's messing you up. There is no man. There is no man. I repeat, there is no man that will not run for a bitter woman. Beauty and attitude. That leads us to the first point, which is going to be like my only point today, because I just want to lay a foundation today. I want to establish to you to realize that the real beauty is on the inside out. Now, you know why against that proverb that says is equality. Oh, I like this. Beauty. Help me look for the definition of attitude. I like this. I want scholars lower the platform. Beauty is the quality or aggregate of qualities in a person or thing that gives pleasure to the senses or pleasurably exalts the mind or spirit. Beauty is the quality or aggregate of quality is the quality or aggregate of qualities in a person or a thing that gives pleasure to the senses or pleasurably exalts the mind or spirit. Let me ask every one of you, can we make this a workshop? Wherever you are, if you can just either write on your phone or pick a pen and a paper and write down. Let's do self. See, nobody is judging you. You are in your house by yourself. Ask yourself certain questions by this definition. What is in you that you think will give pleasure to any man or to any woman? Quality, or how quality is that thing? Like I said in one of my videos, life is competitive. You are not the only woman. So everybody have a choice. A woman have a choice, a man have a choice. Is some women that just make themselves look like a slave, acting like a victim as if they have stuck your destiny to one man. You can say, walk, any control that. Don't make yourself a victim. You should not be no man should do you a favor by dating you. You are not that bad, okay? Now, write down in your own heart, or write it down. What is in you? This is a workshop that gives pleasure to people. Let's not even say relationship now. Friends around you, because you see, relationship goes beyond dating. There are some of you here, ladies especially again. You change circle of friends every year. Your friends 2 years ago, they are not existing now. You have another set of friends now. They will not last till next year. You cannot sustain friendship and you want to have marriage. How? And you keep saying, I'm your bro. I'm done having friends. Nobody has been good enough to tell you the truth. You will only problem. You will only problem, my sister. Tó bá fi inú tán rẹ, ọ̀rẹ́ ṣe kíni kan, ọ̀rẹ́ gbẹ́gẹ́rẹ́, ọ̀rẹ́ kọ́, hello stupid. There's something in your character. You can't even keep friends. Those that you went to, let's not even go to secondary school. Those that you went to, you take a course one time. Those that you went to take class together. There's none of them that you keep communication with by. At the moment, you don't have any relationship with anybody that you went to college together or went to secondary school together or your childhood friend. You don't have any childhood friends. You only see your friends from old pictures that you have in your house. One of the things I notice about girls, when you have close friends. I was talking to a particular lady. Every time we talk, she's going to say, to my best friend me here, and he will mention a name. Another time again, she will say best friend me here, and will mention a name. And then he will say best friend me here. And when I said, best friend me loni. Best friend me loni, man. Clearly, she's having new best friend every 2 years, so every 18 months. Keeping friends is by choice, but not able to keep friends is a default. Do you understand? Making friends is by choice, but maybe you don't know, but having social skill is a necessity. Don't let anybody deceive you. You don't have to, you can set boundaries with friends, but every normal man being needs to have circle of influence, okay? You will never survive and succeed alone by yourself. Don't let anybody lie to you. You need friends. God will always establish you by the quality of people around you. And God restored Job. How? His friends bring him gifts. Don't let anybody lie to you. That in this life, friendship, inú èèyàn burú, inú jìn, ànínú ẹ̀ ò dáa. Have you checked your character? Èmi ò orí mi tèmi ò ti ẹ̀yàn rẹ, èmi ò kì í sórí ẹ̀ lo òyàn rẹ àníwà ẹ̀ ò dáa. Ìwà ẹ̀ ò dáa ni. Bamidele is asking a question. Are you saying if I'm not keeping friends means I can't keep a relationship? Do I think you can pass WAEC if you fail common entrance? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think you can pass WAEC if you just fail common entrance. I don't think so. That's just the explanation I'm gonna. That's the best way I can answer you. If you can't keep friendship that don't live with you, you can choose when you see them, you can choose when not to see them, and you can't keep a good relationship with friends. How can you have a good relationship? How? How can you now think of being in a relationship with somebody that you're going to live with? No. Joy said, keeping best friend is not by force. I love privacy so much. I prefer distance friends. Well, if you listen to me, I didn't say best friends. I say friends. I say keeping relationship. Actually, I didn't even say friends. Keeping a sustainable relationship. How many of you have changed your job in the last 3 years? In fact, let me ask you a question. Let us do a test from simple test. How many of you here has worked in any company more than 7 years in your lifetime? How many of you have worked in a company more than 7 years at a stretch? If you notice that you always change job every 2 years, check your character. There's something that's not right. Maybe your endurance level just needs to be worked on. See, the best way to get it right is to fix inwardly. If the inward is right, the outward will be right. You have reduced that doesn't mean you will not see wrong people. But it means that you will be able to, they won't even fit in. The wrong person they're not going to just fit in with you. And you can easily dictate. If you recognize yourself, beautiful, 23 years, that's a stable emotions. Beautiful, 11 years, awesome. I know people that change job every 2 years. It's a sign that you are not stable. It's a sign that your emotion is not right. It's not a good thing. Joy, so keeping friends, you determine the scope. But trust me, if I meet a lady today and said, I don't have friends, I don't keep friends, I'm running for you. There's no way I want to be with you. It's a bad sign. Your character sucks. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. You don't see, friendship should be determined by you. You should choose your friends and choose how close you are. Some of you have a problem. We are going to get there. I think the third series, today we are talking about, we have not gotten there. But I think the third series we are going to be talking about the power of no. Some of you just don't know how to stop, how to set boundaries. That's why even friends betray you. Every time you make new friends, you just lose guard. Your mouth, your friend is keeping his own details, you are sharing yours. How many of you, there are some of you here, when last did your friend tell you about a relationship? But you only, in fact, even if you decide not to discuss yours, she will even come and ask you, oh, how come it's the only relation that is always the topic? So the problem is not keeping friendship. The problem is that you lack the decorum to keep a healthy relationship. Who is this? Omo Loyegbe Busoya. I know by now you know that this is a wrong place to say things about Bible that you're not sure of. Show me in the Bible where it says keeping friends is not biblical. Show me. Because I will show you 5 places that says in the Bible that talks about keeping friendship as a good thing. I know that people just say things out of nowhere and they will attribute it to the Bible. Show me where it is in the Bible. And by the grace of God, I've read the Bible, Genesis to Revelation, twice in my life. I have 2 certificates in biblical courses. You can't tell me nothing about the Bible. Oh, Emma Bino Jumioda. I thought she said it's not biblical. Sorry, that's what I saw. It's not biblical anymore. I was like, what? Sorry, Daddy. I was like, it's not biblical. How? Yes, I saw it now. Yes, to me, friends relationship can be as intimacy relationship. Yeah, well, I agree with you, Ayanfe. Friends relationship can be as intimate, as same as intimacy relationship. Yeah, yeah, it's not the same. But if you cannot successfully keep friendship, you don't have a business attempting a relationship. Do you understand? Like emotional relationship now. If you can't keep a friendship, casual, platonic relationship, friendship, you don't have no business. Because clearly, let me give you an instance. My mother said to me that her father told her that if a man want to take a wife, he should first of all buy 2 puppy dogs that lives right in his living room. That if this man can successfully live with 2 puppies, if any of you have got a dog to live with ever in your life, you know that puppies are the most miserable things to live with. I'm not talking of the big dogs, puppies. Those creatures are crazy. They play from morning till midnight. Even at midnight, they play. You can be on your bed sleeping and puppy will come and bite your hair and run away. And that idiot think is funny. They run everywhere in the house and bite every part of your furniture and piss anywhere. They don't even, big dogs will not piss in the house, but puppies are miserable. They play with everything. Everything. So my mother said her father told the children that if any man want to take a wife, he should first of all take 2 puppies and start raising them in his house, indoor puppies. That if he can successfully cope with the 2 puppies, then he's eligible and fit enough to take 1 wife. You know what that implies? It's patience level. If a man have enough patience to deal with and never gets upset dealing with 2 puppies, they are chasing this one is misbehavior, then you are good enough to take 1 wife. The problem is not making friends. The problem is not keeping friends. The problem is, how are you keeping your friends? Are you keeping healthy relationship with your friends? What kind of friends do you keep? Before you come here and tell us about, oh, friendship, and to you people just use their own miserable life to make up assertions. No. As much as you think that friendship is bad, there are some people that it is their friends that is the secret of everything good or anything working in their life right now. There are people who it is their friends who put them in the career that they have. There are people who their friends who introduce them to whoever they married to and they're having a blissful, happy married life. There are people who they have been friends from cradle, childhood, and they're still friends till now, and they're inseparable and they've never had one day of regret. The question is, what kind of friends do you keep? That's not the point. What do you do with your friends? The latest one that I begin to hear now is girls saying, "Oh, me, I don't have female friends. So all my friends are boys." And my shake me from that. That's the latest form of agbere now. Me, because girls used to betray girls. Oh, who told you boys don't betray boys? All my friends are boys. I don't bring you Bamilo. Ajewu ni. Ajewu. You are just making excuses for yourself. You are deceiving yourself. It's only male friend that I keep. Okay, man, just sure. I'm your friend. Come to Baltimore, but I'm only for Ellen. If you're okay, you are Yashewos. Period. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. It's foolishness. Foolishness. Like every girl that's going, oh, my bestie. See, don't get me wrong. There's something wrong in having an opposite sex friends. Okay? There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't know how your brain will not tell you that you cannot be in a relationship with somebody and think you will explain to him that your bestie is a nigger. Welcome. There's nothing wrong in having an opposite sex friend. But how can it be your bestie? Like how? How? But when I go to I'm sorry, I must not confess. Most bestie that I've seen, you see, that is a toaster. And it has never failed. Every time I hear, hey, boy, he's my best friend, me, I ask myself a question. Did he ever ask you out? They say yes. And you say he's your best friend. Are you mad? Somebody asks you out, you say you cannot date him, but we can be friends. Then he's not your best friend. What should I shift the pants here? You just go man lose God. No man does something for nothing. Every time I meet females who talks about their male bestie, there's always an undertone. You see that he has asked them out before, or they have knocked each other before. They are not knocking again. They now convert knocking to best friend. A mad. Yes, now. Some they will quickly say, Ọlọ́run àbára wa sọ̀rí kò bá mi sọ̀rí. Ó ti tẹ́ ẹ̀bàjẹ́ o. They've been in a romantic situation before. Ẹ ń tọra yín. Ọ̀rẹ́ máa ń jẹ iṣẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́. Ìdí ọ̀rẹ́ mi lèmi ò fi sí. Ìdí ọ̀rẹ́ mi ó pọ̀ tó yìí. Men, listen to me. If your girlfriend tells you that he has a male best friend, break up with her. She's a fornicator. I repeat, men, listen to me. If your girlfriend tells you that his best friend is one guy somewhere, break up with her with immediate effect. Do you hear me? Ask me why. If I'm good enough to be your boyfriend, I should be good enough to be your best friend. If you are going to find solace and friendship in another person, then there's no essence of being with me. Go and freaking marry your best friend. If he's good enough to date, he should be good enough to be your confidant. I don't want to be just the man that you come and suck his dick when you are running. I want to be the man that you talk to, you actually the one you confide in, the one that you share your life with. If I'm not your everything, I should be nothing. I'm not an option. I'm either a choice or nothing else. There's no such thing as bestie. It's madness. It's madness. They keep those dudes because there's one stupid guy there that they always call, and the fool will always pay their bill. Some of those boys just give them money. That's why it's bestie. But go bestie ó fò yẹn gan, èmi gan wọn ríra dédé o. Wọn ríra wọn o. And in out of 10 times bestie, tí ò bá ti dorí, ó sì máa do. Or could he ask you out today? Or kó máa ask you out lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. There is always an undertone. Bóyá o gbọ́ English in tiẹ̀ ìfẹ́ oge. You are acting guilty. You are acting very guilty. I said you best friend. My emphasis. I've said it many times. There's nothing wrong in having an opposite sex friend, but it can't freaking be your best friend. Men are egocentric. Men cannot be contended with. Men cannot be contended with. You can't have a man and have a male best friend. Are you mad? That about me délé ti tán, ó ti lọ lo fóònù ẹlòmíì. Jerry pẹ̀lẹ́ o. There's no point. There's no point. You see, beauty of attitude. So many people lost quality relationship to carelessness, but they are not honest enough to themselves to tell themselves the truth. You blame it to what the person did. Most times, you come and tell people about the person's reaction. There is an action that preceded reaction. Action begat reaction. You don't ever say what you do to attract this kind of people. You don't ever notice what you do that make the person start reacting. Yoruba people say, "Ajá tó rí ni tó ń jùrù, tó bá dédé bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rí ni tó ń gbó." There must be a reason. There's no good man that would be lovey-dovey with you and all of a sudden the same lovey-dovey that you have shared memory with, all of a sudden become a monster. Something went wrong somewhere, and part of it is in you. And you should be responsible to notice that. The first thing we are going to talk about, which is the last thing today, is happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not happy, you are ugly like a beast. I don't get the level of bleaching cream you have used in your life. I don't get the level of perfume you wear, how much clothes you wear, your fashion sense, how pretty you look, how big your yash is, how big your curvy figures are. If you are not happy, you are ugly. You are ugly. You are very ugly. And somebody needs to tell you. The only reason why hear me. Let me tell you some truth. Auntie, have you ever wondered yourself that even girls that you are pretty more than them, they always get like two guys? You feel like I want to do low man. But notice work for some reason. Be akúṣẹ̀, bí ọmọ onígi, bí ọmọ akúṣẹ̀ ló ṣàmà ń toast wọ for some reason. How many of you have noticed that in your life? Let me tell you why it's poor people that always ask you out. It's because there's bitterness in your life. See, poor people like sympathy. Poor people like sadness. Poverty and bitterness, they are like newspaper and suya. They work together. So anybody who always like to be sympathized with, they say, how are you? Say, I'm managing you. Somebody cannot greet you and not come back. Because if they greet you like this, how are you, auntie? Oh, I don't have data on my phone. You must throw problem on everybody's face. You are always acting unfortunate. There is no happy person. Happiness is like magnet. It attracts each other. Happiness is like magnets. It attracts each other like this. The first beauty in attitude that you need to imbibe is happiness. Now, let me define what happiness is to you. Happiness is not a reaction to contention. Happiness does not come or required because you have everything worked out. Happiness is a consciousness and contentment with where you are, with a clear-cut comfort that you will get to where you are going. You don't have it all, but you have hope that you will. You are a young man. Somebody said to me, African men don't smile. And I'm like, well, which African man do you know? You are a young man. You wonder why every girl hits you. Or gas spender. Before you toast any girl, phew. You give them money to buy data. Give them money to do. You always spend money. And when you start going, all these Lagos girls, they're always after somebody's money. Should they be after your life? You know why they're taking your money and they're still not giving you any shit? They're not getting the attention. You smile 3 days a week. 3 days. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. That's the only day you smile. Washa should you be entire even women are scared to even talk to you. How can a normal man be working like this? Say when you call you low money, when you call any problem. Some of you have good virtues, good character on the inside. It's just the expression on your face that is repelling people. They don't even get to now know you because your look already sent the wrong signal. Let me ask you this. How many of you have been struggling with people having a misconception of who you are? I've been a victim of that, so I can tell you. You meet new people who barely knows you, and they just have a wrong judgment of you. You are meeting somebody and they're saying, me like girl, you're proud. How many of you have experienced this? Guys always come later after they marry or after they have been with somebody else, after they are dating somebody else to say, but the moment you money feelings for him, but I didn't know how to come and talk to you. Every time they always come and tell you that they like you after they have gone to date somebody else. If you have experienced that, let me see. There was something in you that just don't always make them make an attempt. Most times it's just the weird expression on your face. Happiness is something. It only comes. You can't fake it. You can't make it up. That's one thing that you will never be able to make up. Tell yourself, calm down. Like always tell you, wake up in the morning and just call your name and say, Victor, calm down. It's going to be all right. Wait, you think you have been through stuff? Oga? Lè máa fi problem ṣe contest. Ṣé o fẹ́ ká máa fogun ṣe competition ni? Orúkọ wọ̀ nìkan ló ní problem. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni, everybody have been through whatever at different phases. Some people are going through their own now. Some people will still go through their own. Calm the hell down. Why are you magnifying your problem as if you want to collect Grammy of Ogun? Ṣé o fẹ́ gba Oscar di Ogun ní ayé ẹ̀ ni? Calm down. Somebody say, no, now you don't want it to be alright. You say, hey, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know. Oh my God, me Ọ̀gbẹ́ni song. The fact that it did not end your life is an indication that you have overcome and you can overcome it. If it didn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Calm down. Tell yourself on the inside every time, as much as you can tell yourself, calm down. Somebody will say, don't worry, everything is all right. You are looking, somebody, you are looking, your face is shining. Ojú yìí, ojú kan mọ̀, aláya kò mọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ mi. Kí ló ṣe ẹ́ tó wá tó wọ sùúrù fógun ayé? Calm down. Whatever you permit will exist. Don't make room for what is not working in your life. You don't want this thing in your life in the first place. So why are you making room for it? Tighten up the space in your heart so that they don't have a place to stay. Work out everything that is not working in your life. Let me tell you one of the secrets to happiness. Disdaining things that you can't get. I will use that in a simple word. One of the secrets to happiness is to just unlike what you can't get. Let me give you an example. If I look at this phone and I see it and I'm like, oh, I want this phone. I so much like it. Oh, yeah, what is it? Is it Samsung? Yeah, I want this Samsung. And then they say, oh, it's $1,800. Like, and I realize that I can't afford it. Guess what? Instead of me to be worrying about it and I really want it, I'll just be like, let me see it. Well, I don't need it anyway. iPhone still do a better job. iPhone camera is cool. I don't need it. Unlike what you can get. Let me give you a Yoruba proverb that makes it easy. Tó lóúnjẹ bá lóun ò fún ni jẹ, èèyàn máa ń fi àìjẹ tẹ́ ni. When you feel like you want it and the person is saying, no, I'm not going to give you, just say, no, I don't want to eat anyway. Just, if you can't get it, then you don't need it. By the time you need it, the affordability will be there. The reason why you will never be able to have it is because you are stressing yourself over one thing. Let me tell you, there is always an option in life. Is this one that you can't get right now? Get the one that you can get. There is always something that you have the capacity and the capability to do. You have do confetti lady. You have all the color of bridal train clothes. All your friends are getting married, so now you are frustrated. You are very stupid. And now frustrating yourself. You will go to Shiloh, you will go to Prayer City, you go to Redeem Camp, you will fast. You are now looking ugly. Also, last. Tell me which man want to marry a woman, don't be police dog. Because you are frustrating yourself because all your friends are married. You are not frustrated because you don't have a husband yet. You are frustrated because all your friends are married. Foolishness is worrying you. You see all your friends are married. Why husband is yet to come? Because you see you are not going to buy any husband in the market. Why can't you just use that time? Maybe just go and chase a postgraduate program. Get your master's. Get this one. Equip in your career. So by the time marriage will come, You are getting married as a master's holder. Maybe you have 2 masters already. The quality of man that you will meet at that time is not the same quality of man that your friends were married to when they were getting married immediately after college. Don't spend your life forcing over what you can't have at the moment. If you can't have it right now, leave it. Chase something else. There is always something that you can do with your life. If this one is not working right now, don't paralyze yourself there. Look for the one that your hand can reach and chase other one. There is always an option in life. Life is in phases. People are in stages. Some people, they have lost. See, do you know that so many people lose their marriage because while they are married, they are looking for the fruit of the womb. So fruit of the womb, bro, fruit of the womb, bro. Every month you will, if you see your period like this, your husband, every time that you are menstruating, your husband will not even come home because you know that you will cry. So now the delay, before you have now created an avenue, an atmosphere of bitterness, pain, and anger. There is no man that survives in such atmosphere. So now this man, you're already creating a toxic environment in your marriage because you don't have baby, making your situation worse. If you are married and you are waiting to have baby, you are trusting God for the fruit of the womb. The baby is not yet coming. Alaye, love vacation, shiri. In fact, that's the way to make baby come fast. Oh, understand? Work for your money. Equip yourself. Go to school while you can. When baby is not there now, because see, have you not realized that it is the blessings of God that is always an excuses for us not to achieve purpose in life if we are not serious? When you are supposed to chase something, you say, hey, I don't want to. I've seen women that say, I don't want to buy a car because you know, happiness is a virtue. Happiness is a virtue. How can you already be in a marriage? You say because you don't have baby. Everything. What happened? I see my period. So baby is not there. Now you are creating a toxic environment in your marriage. Now this man is not even happy to come in again because who is the man that want to come home to a bitter woman? Who? You are making your marriage more worse, more toxic, more less enjoyable because you are looking for baby. Alaye, as baby never come, chase the ones that can come. Go to school. Go to vacation. Now you are with your husband. Do the lovey-dovey now. Ẹ lọ sí wo àwọn ibì kan wà tọ́lọ́run ti máa ń gbọ́ ìpè àwọn ènìyàn. Àwọn ibì kan àwọn location kan wà tẹ́ bá fọ́ra yín bẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá fọ́ra yín lẹ́nu bẹ̀. Ìyá ẹ̀ wà lóyún. Kò yé ẹ. Wà lọ gbé ìwà àtọ́kọ ẹ lọ sí Sanders. Now you have less bùkátà. Work hard for your money. Enjoy it. Irọ́ ẹkún wèrè ló ń sún bí ìṣìgìdì. No. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni ẹ lọ sí Bahamas. Ẹ lọ rúnra yín pa ń bẹ̀. Oh, ní lóyún kẹ, who says that? Because you see, by the time the baby comes, you can't do these things. Now, you don't born baby now. Meanwhile, you have created a toxic environment in your family. Those things remain. Those things remain. Let me tell you another secret to happiness. I wish some people can write these things down. Don't you ever force over what you cannot fix. I'll take that again. Don't you ever force over what you cannot fix. Don't you ever force over what you cannot fix. What does that mean? Don't create a bad atmosphere over the things that you don't have a control over. You are married. Now you are waiting to have children. Baby has not come. And you are crying, you are forcing, you are making a toxic environment. You are now looking worn out. You wake up in the morning, you will not bath, you are depressed. There's no man that want to come home to such woman. No. Not force. FUSS. Someone that is forcing, like wailing, like crying. It's not FORCE. Mm-hmm. Don't bitter over what you cannot fix. These are secret to happiness. Yes, don't worry. You have graduated. You have a job. It's husband that you have not gotten. Be happy for your friends. Shake off a lady as much as you can. Yeah, you'll be playing with me too much. Which of the chocolate do you want? You want this one? You want the other one? Which one? Epsiba. You got chocolate to love fair. Look on Leo. I'm a child of God. You should stop messing with me. Now, okay. Your only problem. How can you say the only problem you have is a man? Inshallah, Deori. Inshallah, Deori. Kábíyèsí máa tó wájà. Adéwèrè tó ń wá kiri yẹn. So, ìmọ̀ àkóso wa ń rọ̀bà nìyẹn. Kábíyèsí àbá wájà. Adéorí àbá Jimmy. Okay. As long as you cannot go to Ladipo and buy a husband, as long as you are not going to hijack one man and marry for yourself, that means it's out of your control. Why are you fussing about it? What will your worry do to it? Nothing. It's just the shortest way to just make yourself unhappy. You are married, happily married. Your husband is taking care of you. Your marriage is so blissful. His baby that has not come. Show my alone alone. You can't give yourself a baby. Why are you not creating an atmosphere of bitterness around your life? Everybody in Shebati, you used to be a socialite. Now you are just worn out. Have you not realized that bitterness makes you ugly? Women, you don't know that. In fact, studies show that when you are bitter in your life, you are too bitter, you are running into depression. You will have a saggy breast. It's a question of time. Depression gives you saggy breast. You don't know that. I should not be telling you some things you should know by now. You guys should be doing research. Your face is dropping. You know the jaws of your face can actually drop. All these muscles here. You are crying. Your face is dropping. So now, as a single lady, you are making your matter worse. Ìgbà tó pretty oroko. Ó ṣe ti wá pastor kan wá sọ pé kán lè ṣe àdúrà kó lè lọ́kọ fún ẹ. They are now putting you into 7 days dry fasting so that you can get a husband. Are you mad? What's wrong with you? You will go to Shiloh Hour. You will go to Prayer City. You will go to Paramount Change and you will go to Holy Ghost service in Redeem Camp. Every pastor that do online prayer, you know them. You know when to tune into. Baba Kiniko. What God cannot do does not exist. Gbogbo ẹ̀ tó dín tún sí láti jọjọ́ ẹ̀. O ò lè mọ́kọ jáde from nowhere láti inú program yẹn. Some things life answer to principle. You will like pray for 90 tomorrow. You are repelling. Build a life of happiness. Create good vibe around you. Sam Olu, I love all of those people. You know all of them. You are tuning to everywhere. We are seeing your comments. We are seeing you writing amen, amen, amen. Genesis Global, amen, 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 amen. You want to do amen, amen, amen. Sam Ojo, amen, amen, amen. I claim I see people in all those online prayer. I claim my husband in Jesus' name. Show me who have claimed husband. Show me anybody that you see that is married, that they told you that they claim husband from online prayer. Everybody claim husband in the end. I'm a pastor going to marry. He won't claim husband. But well, name it and claim it. Life answers to principle. Life answers to principles. Create an atmosphere of happiness and joy. Is the first beauty that you have to put on. Happiness. Sister, your own problem is the bitter thought that comes out of your heart and is reflecting on everything about you. Everybody that you meet from the first time. So a man meets you, and all that comes out of your filthy mouth is men are dog, men are kiniko. Dog in bad bye, no. Men are dog, men are scum. But scum in bad bye, no. And the man is looking at you like this. Olórí burúkú ẹlòmíì kan lack culture, kan lack decorum, just lack decency. You are looking pretty with zero sense. What is the joy in a pretty face and zero brain? It's just appalling. You just lack joy in your life. You went on a date with a man, first date, and you have abused 2 waiters there, and the man is looking at you like this. O kàn lack joy. O ti bú waiter, o ti bú ginikan. Ó dẹ̀ ń wẹ̀ báyìí. Yóò padà sá fún ẹ. The only reason that he's still staying around is that ó fẹ́ jèrè owó ẹ̀. O kàn lè jẹ́ ní eatery lásán for no reason. Tó bá di shift pátá ẹ̀ ló ti enter the place. Ó máa yà fún ẹ. That's wàá padà dé wàá wá sórí Facebook. Men has come. Men has come. Men are animal. You are a barbaric animal in the first place. Like, who does that? You will talk all manner of nonsense. What proceed out of your mouth are negative. Somebody is sitting down watching you, picking interest in you. You are on a phone call with your friends, and all you do is gist about your friend's boyfriend. Bọ̀bọ̀ ọkùnrin ẹ̀ ṣó gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ṣá? Àwọn jẹ́ kó sọ dúró lórí burúkú làwọn ọkùnrin o. Èèyàn tó dẹ̀ láìkí ẹjọ́ kò ń wẹ̀ báyìí. Ó gọ̀ ni, ó gọ̀. How does bitterness flows out of your mouth like that? Hello, me. This is where I'm going to close. To some people, what the bitterness that proceeds out of you still flows online. Whether you agree with me or not, at this date and age, the fastest place that people meet spouses are online. We are in a fast-paced world right now. When last did you meet anybody in person? Where are you even going? Especially those of you who are living abroad. The fastest place that people meet up are either online or in class. Online has the highest rate. Somebody will talk to somebody about you, and then even if it's your friend that is trying to hook you up with somebody, the person will first of all look you up online. I want you to meet this my friend. Oh man, she's such a fine lady. Say, yeah, what's her Instagram account? Your first contact person is your online profile. Ladies and gentlemen, your first resume is online. At this date and age, the fastest and the highest growing place where people meet up is online. Even those that meet you in person will take a first impression of you from your online profile. Do you understand? Even those that you meet personally, whether you like it or not, once they talk to you, hello, hi, what's up? They will look you up. Your resume is your online profile. Put yourself in the shoe of a man. If a man log into your page today, your Facebook page today, what will he get to meet? Will he get to meet a girl that is homely, that will be suitable for a wife? Or will he get to meet one bitter, beaten, battered idiot? One wild animal that is on the rampage? Or will he get to meet one messed up, used up hoe? You have 50 pictures on your Facebook, 28 of them are in a hotel room. And you are claiming, I claim my husband this year in Jesus' name. No, you are claiming nonsense. You have 20 videos on Facebook, 17 of them are twerk videos. And you are claiming your husband in Jesus' name. No, you only claim a side dick. Put yourself in the position that your brother is asking you to see, oh, my mommy is girl, come and see this girl. Get mommy is a fine girl. And you open the profile of the girl and show you. And imagine if it is your profile that somebody is showing this, that will they say this is a good girl, or will they say this is a demon? If somebody log online to your profile today, will they catch an impression? What impression will they catch of you? What representation will they have of you? Will they see a young, hardworking, serious-minded lady, or will just see a one used up hole who is just on the street of Lagos fooling around? If somebody got to log into your profile today and read your last 3 updates, will they see somebody who is stable, mentally stable lady, happy, loved? Because you see, you can't give what you don't have. And it's very easy to spot somebody that lack love. Will they see somebody who is loved and stable, or are they going to see a bitter, broken woman? Because listen, your last 3 updates goes Miss Independent, girls, wise up. You don't need any man to bring you happiness. All these men are piece of shit. Girl, wise up. I'm Miss Independence. That's the first one. Your second last updates goes, if you see a snake, see a man, kill the man before you kill the snake. All these men are nothing but scum. And then your last update goes, fuck fake friends. I'm in my own world by myself. I got no time to be mixing with all these fake ass friends. All they see. And then your next post is, what a wicked world. This life is full of this. Life is just bitter. What a wicked world. You can't trust anybody. And then your next post is, and you think any man will want to risk his life with you? No. You lack joy. Every man wants a woman that will give him happiness. You can't give what you don't have. You lack joy. And you are even showing it. It's written, you can't fake happiness. It's either you are happy or you are not. Any news that shows people dying, you will share it. When last did you share somebody making an invention or breaking new grounds? But story of one man that stabbed his wife to death, you will share it. One show of one fracas people revealing each other's secrets and turning each other in, friends betraying each other, you will share it. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You are a product of your thinking. And it just spells out what goes on in your heart. And what goes on in your heart, it determines, is a clear indication of what goes on in your life. What goes on in your life is an expression of who you are. Who is then the man that should risk his life with you? Little wonder why they come around you and stay around you and roam around you and walk away. And this thing keep repeating itself. It is time for you to look inward and reappraise your life. It is time for you to look inward and readjust certain little things that you do. Those things don't happen because every man is evil. Those things don't happen because every woman is a thief. There's something in you that is repelling good people. There's something in you that is attracting scums. There's something in you that is repelling great minds. There's something in you that is attracting hand robbers. You can't repeat the same thing and expect a different result. Stop deceiving yourself by saying all men are devil. No. There are great men. There are women who are enjoying the benevolence of good husband, good relationship. It is just you. It's not every woman is not the victim. It is you. And likes mind like yours. It is time for you to have beauty, the real beauty. It's time for you to let the beauty not come on the outward, but from the inside out. If you are beautiful in the inside, it will reflect on the outside. Hear me. There are so many women who are supposed to look beautiful normally. But if you look at them, they are ugly. You know why? They are not happy on the inside. That's how I tell people. Ìwà lẹ́wà. No. Èmi ò tí ì rẹ̀ tí ó burẹ́wà tó níwà gidi. Ẹni tó bá rẹwà, tó bá ní tínú ẹ̀ bá dùn láti inú, ó máa rẹwà síta. How did you? Let me tell you why you will know that you need to work on yourself. Even girls who are uglier than you 10 times. They are getting a man. They are settling down. They are happy in marriage. The one that you went to do coverty lady for the last time, you know you are prettier than her, you are more established than her, you have a better job than her, and you still get a man before you. No, it's something in you that is repelling. No. Don't go into the new year still having the same mindset, looking for who to blame. See, one of the greatest things with failures is that they always have somebody to blame. Quit blaming those who break your heart. Look inward and fortify yourself, refix yourself, refurnish yourself, and get yourself strategically ready for the next facet of your life and embrace life from the positive angle. Learn to enjoy life. That's the next thing we are going to talk about. Next, we are going to be talking about enjoying the moments. After we're talking about, today we talked about happiness as an element of beauty. Next time we are going to be talking about enjoying the moments. Enjoying the moments. Knowing that time and chance are available to all things. Taking the bits that you can while you work towards the many that you need. Taking the bits that you can while you aim towards the many that you need. Living a stable and balanced life. Have a way of culturing the aura, the energy that is surrounding you. That is it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's such a good time spending with you guys. I'll see you again next time. I'm going to leave a few moments for questions, if there is. I see somebody saying they want to ask questions. You can either put your questions in there or make a call or text it through WhatsApp. The number to call is right there. The number to text is right there. But I'm done for today. We have 6 Tuesdays to the end of the year. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish. But I'm going somewhere. Going somewhere. We're going to talk about living in the moment. We're going to talk about identity theft. Identity. Some of you are wearing a wrong identity. You are XYZ, but you are looking like ABC. You are now angry and complaining that people always misrepresent you. No, they are not misrepresenting you. They are calling you what you look like. But I'm not like that. No, but that is what you are showing. But let me not jump the fence. We will get there. Well, in the absence of no question, it's such a blessing to be with you guys today. I'm so blessed to have you guys. You know it's not this good stuff, don't go by the numbers. Thank you very much for joining. Now, quick one. Now, let me ask you a question. Why do you think you should not share this show? Why? Like, why will you not share it? If I don't share this show, don't leave this show without sharing. It's dangerous for your health, okay? Don't do it. Don't be selfish. More like, I don't like it. You know, the my people, let's stop with. Now, for all business and little business, not pro bono. I'm not doing pro bono again. We are open to, I've not really been fasting at that, but this December we are going to be doing. We have a couple of outreach that we want to do. I wanted to have something that I call put a smile for Christmas, which God's willing, by the grace of God, I'm already working out on logistics. We're going to be giving out just a little token food item and chicken for some families to just enjoy Christmas. We're looking at, so if you know anybody who have a poultry in Nigeria, or you know anybody who sell rice in large quantity, you might want to refer them, because we'll be buying a couple of bags of rice. And we're going to be buying chicken and granite oil and just giving to as much family as we are able to reach to on Christmas Day. Just surprise people and let them just. Some people just need to just have that smile. Let's just put smiles on people. It's a burden in my heart, and I've been working on the modalities. And I don't race. If that's it at your will, you want to be part of it, that's on you. You might reach out to me, but we will appreciate it. But more than that, if you are a business owners, that's the best way you can support us. I'm not even taking anything from this way. Please, your advert here. We are open. We are taking adverts right now, as much as we can. It's not free. I want there. We are taking adverts now, so whatever we come together from, posting adverts and all of that will be added to what we already budgeted, and we can hopefully put smiles on people's face for this Christmas. Who say we sell rice? Back by it here. She wanna give me where she's Spanish. Yeah, about reach out to you. I'm trying to raise a team of maybe 5 people. Just go to people's houses, that people who are indigent, who cannot afford anything for Christmas. We just give it. We want to buy the large bag of rice and maybe we bag it in like maybe like 10 kg sizes with live chickens and vegetable oils. No, I want somebody in Lagos, Ibadan. So I'm going to do a little design for it, little ambience for it as we get close to December. I call it a smile for Christmas. A smile for Christmas. If you're okay, I'm not buying rice from you. Get out of my page. She's pa. A smile for Christmas. As much as God will help us, we will continue to see how we can. That's the essence of living. It bothers my heart. And we are not where we want to be, but we are not where you used to be. And I feel a sense of responsibility to always reach out to those that are indigent. Uh, we are going to, we are going to start buying as much as we can. If you want to, be part of it, if it is one bag of rice and 5 chicken you can afford, just let them know. We'll get people who can be like our correspondents in Lagos, and they can so we will know how many bags by the time it's like second week in December. We will know how many bags of rice we have, so we know how much people we can reach to. But if you know anybody who have a poultry in Nigeria, please, that I'm really particular about. I'm hoping that we could get maybe like 50 pieces of chicken or 100. I don't know how much God will help me. I'm trusting God to really help us to do. Let's get like maybe 100 chickens. So that means we can reach to 100 families. But if we can just do 50, it's not about the number, it's about the heart and the attitude. I'm putting some good fund into it. I can only do it in Lagos, unfortunately. We can work with the year in Dublin on soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Bye. I will see you guys. Okay, one more thing. Uh, I'm putting up another initiative. I'm trying to be consistent now. We are just going to be here Tuesdays and Saturdays. That's it. But on Tuesdays, we'll be dealing with this a particular topic you want to do for like a month. It's always going to be a series, and we can always just so that you can have something to ponder about when next we meet. You can bring your questions. But on Saturday, it's just going to be open ground. We're just going to be like we're just going to be chatting. It's going to be what I call the Q&A sections. I want you to ask me. I don't have sense like that, but the little that if you want that I don't have an answer to it, we will discuss about it. We can debate about certain questions, but bring out your questions so you can at any time till Saturday, any day of the week, send me your questions to my phone or whatever. Please don't send it to Facebook Messenger. I barely read Facebook Messengers. Okay? Send me your questions so that I can be anonymous. I can read the questions that we have. It's going to be a little bit comical. We are not going to be serious like this. Our Saturday shows. It's going to be just question and answer. Ask any question. If it's a question you can ask openly, fine. But if you want to be anonymous, just send in your questions. We'll read the questions without disclosing who asked it. And then not just like I have sense to have answer to every question, but we can deliberate about it. But the concept really is that it's not supposed to be anything serious. It's going to be comical. It's just my shenanigan aspect of me. So you will see me serious on Tuesdays. You will see me goofy on Saturday. You understand? Saturday is weekend where nobody want to be serious. You understand? We are going to it's going to be a lighter mood, kind of. You understand? So we'll be chit chatting on. So you can ask me any question. Bridget Gloman Sheno. Did you not hear what I said now? General questions. If you want to ask me about myself, that's fine. Ask me personal questions, I will answer you. If I don't feel like answering you, I will say I don't feel like answering you. Thank you. All right. So it's gonna be more light, more we just groovy for the weekends. It's just gonna be like Q&As, and we can deliberate on things and talk and just gist. It's nothing other than that. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your night, and good night.